Now, good morning to all of you out there, and welcome to a very rainy morning down at Eastbourne. I'm down at Langney Point. Never ever been here before. This is a new one for me. I fished sort of further that way, so going out that way is Pevensey, and then going down that way, going down into Eastbourne, I can see Eastbourne Pier over there. Got Andy with me sitting under the green umbrella, my lucky charm. It's showery today. We're at the top of the tide. We're fishing the tide out till lunchtime, and then we're going to fish the tide back in again till early evening. What am I fishing with? I've got a clipped up over pennel, and I've got a mix of baits on here. I've got a razor clam, a couple of lugworm and a squid. Yum yum yum. On this one I've got two fresh blacks fishing, one up, one down. So we're going to get these buzzed out and see how we get on. Today I've got Andy, who's come down with me. Ross was going to come, but two things will have stopped him. One, he hates the rain, and two, football's on, which is on later on today. But the sea was calling me, and I can sort of deal with the rain, I have to say. I've had to put the camera in my bivvy because electronic equipment and rain is never the best. Right. Whoa, it's wet. Now I just want to say hello to a couple of people. Derek Blake, if you're watching, yep, we will go fishing, and I'll let you know when I'm near your neck of the woods. Stephen Coates, thanks for watching, thanks for the comments, really appreciated. And Neil, you know who you are, Neil. Hope you got on well in your boat, and I'm really sorry I couldn't come, but unfortunately that thing called work got in the way, and I will give you a bell next week and we can have a catch up. And then Gary. Gary's a chap I work with, really nice fellow. He's got a very apt surname. His surname is Gill, and that is perfect for today's setting and venue. And let's hope that that brings me a little bit of luck today. But Gary, and for your daughter, Gary, big thumbs up to your daughter. Hope you have a great day, chat. And I'm now going to go and watch my rods in the rain. And we definitely have spider crabs out here, because I just reeled in. It's not snaggy, it's sandy, sort of shingly out there, and one of my hooks has disappeared, and it didn't just fall off. Bloody things. behind me are the sewage works or water works?
Bit sewage works.
Sewage works.
So maybe you're going to get in a sweet corn watch a few
Yeah, yes. It's always slightly worrisome, isn't it, when we used to go out on the boat and fishing in that oily nastiness with all the sweet corn pinging around and all the brown birds going crazy in it. I was due to go down to sort of Pagham, Selsey, Bognor area yesterday, today, tomorrow and Monday. But a combination of things got in my way. My wife has gone away for the weekend and her old mum lives with us. So somebody needs to be around to kind of keep an eye on her. And I'm working on Sunday. So change of plan, came to Eastbourne instead. But Ross went to Shoreham earlier in the week and rang me late at night. And I thought, goodness, has something happened to him? He could hardly get his words out, he was that excited. But apparently he'd been down at Shoreham and said the fish just went bonkers. He caught, I think, 8 bream, missed loads of others, but you could hear the excitement in his voice. And you don't have days like that every day. I never have days like that, but yeah, I was really happy for him, I have to say. And it's beautiful now. The weather is such a contrast. The sea out here looks a lovely, lovely, lovely light blue. A little bit of colour in there with the sand as it goes out. So, given we're going to stay here till sort of 7ish tonight, I think we're in with a good chance of catching something. And more so that I've got Andy with me, and if anyone's going to winkle anything out, it'll be him. But he's using a fishing rod that his dad owned, and his dad taught him to fish. His dad's not around anymore, and I have spoken about him in the past. But it's really nice that the two of us have turned into old blokes, rather like his dad, and he's using his dad's equipment, which is fantastic. Kind of continuity of life, isn't it? The big circle. Now, this is some of the problems that we are now encountering, so we know what is snaffling our baits. Bloody things. And I have invested in a bait pump, which I think was created and invented by the devil. I've practiced a few times. I watched a load of YouTube videos on how to use it, and I bought it from a company called DS Bait Pumps on eBay, and it's a fantastic thing. It's really well made. It was quickly delivered. They're not sponsoring me, they haven't asked me to say this, but I was well impressed. So I was playing around with it at home and imagining sucking out huge amounts of worms. Anyway, I went down earlier in the week, and whatever what I was doing now, I've not gone mad. There was a dog shit there. I've just covered it up so I don't walk in it. Early in the week for a practice, and I looked at all the stuff on YouTube and I thought, you know what? You come find the cast, you find the blowhole, you push it in 3 inches, because it seems to be anywhere between 3 and 7 inches at an angle, and as you're pushing, you're pulling and sucking. Anyway, for every 10 of those, I was getting 1 worm. So I went and had another practice, and I was still only getting 1 worm. So I think more practice is needed. And fortunately, the black lug I'm using today, I ordered and had sent to me. Otherwise, Andy and I would have finished fishing a good couple of hours ago with the amount of worms that I managed to collect. But like all these things, it's practice, practice, and then when it finally cracks, it then becomes like easy, doesn't it? We have another dog guest on the channel. What's the name?
Dulcie.
Say that again?
Dulcie.
Dulcie.
D-U-L-C-I-E.
Dulcie. Dulcie. Hello. Look at you. How old's Dulcie?
She's about 6.
6.
She was a rescue. We've had her 4 years. So she was about 2 when we got her.
Well, she seems a very placid and a very lovely animal.
She is. The only thing is she's just always after food. It's terrible this time of the year when there's picnics and barbecues. She's just straight in there, really. So,
Well, very calm. What a very lovely animal.
she is.
So Andy has just sent another bait zinging out with his new rod. And maybe this will be the one. This is my solution to the crab problem. So I've got 3 lugworm pennelled up. It's clipped up and then clipped down. And then I've threaded through, I've doubled the line back on itself like that. Threaded 3 floats onto here and then pulled the loop over the top. So to unclip it, or undo it even, is pretty straightforward when the tide starts moving and we hopefully get a bit more activity on the fish front. But I can't keep catching spider crabs. It's becoming very tiresome. So onwards and upwards. Arrived at 7. Gone 7 now. Spider crabs, more spider crabs. Fed all the spider crabs. Apologies for not bringing any fish to camera, but it was kind of one of those days. And as people keep telling me and constantly reminding me, that's what fishing's all about and that's why we go. So there's always that round the corner, next event, you never know. I'm a tiny bit away from 500 subscribers, so all down to all you lot out there, and I really appreciate it. I really like the comments. It cheers my week up when I'm at work, and I'm grateful that you take the time to watch an old bloke do something that I absolutely adore. And I've looked forward to this sort of point in my life where I have a bit of time and I can just go sea fishing, because when I was younger I never really had enough time, and I get so excited when I'm sort of looking forward to it, thinking about it, planning it, arriving, driving down, as I'm sure all of you do out there. So next one, Chelsea Way, maybe week's time. So until that time, all of you, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.